psychic medium, Toni Green. I am Toni Green, the psychic medium. So I am going to do a few um, announcements. First and foremost, do not get scammed. If anybody ever reaches out to you, um, claiming to be me, or just reaches out to you saying nonsense, just delete them, report them, whatever you need to do. Um, Next, I go live every Monday at noon. And then right now, the second show is not a guarantee for a couple of reasons. But when I can get a second show in, I will. If you'd like to be bumped to the top of the line, to the top of the questions, make sure your question gets answered. You can donate to Buy Me a Coffee, and then I will answer your question first. It's usually best if you do that like right at the beginning of the show or at least 5 minutes before the show starts so that I can go over there and because it's on two different pages and see the donation and answer the question. And for some reason, all these sirens started going off as soon as I got on air today. So that's fun. It's okay. They'll go away. Um, let's see. Next. If you would like to watch the show live, you can watch on that's if you'd like to watch the show live, you can watch on YouTube, participate, put a question in the chat, or you can join us on Podbean and put your question in the chat, or also you can call in on Podbean. I don't always see the call coming in on Podbean. So if you do have a question, if you are calling in on Podbean, please, and I don't see the call, please post, call again. Sorry. And just based on this, so when I'm on air, only text questions in the chat and on YouTube and on Podbean. I very rarely even have my phone near me. So if you're texting questions to my business number, that's not, I know a couple times I've used it in the past when Blog Talk was down, but that's no longer an option. Okay, everybody, only in the YouTube chat, Podbean chat, or call in. And also moving forward, and this is, I know some of you will not believe this even happens, but it does. I only do this during the show time where I answer a question or do a clearing or a healing during the show. Once the show is done, I'm on business time. So please, if I do not get to you during the show, don't reach out after the show and say, hey, here's my question. I'm not answering it. And I'm not a bad person for not answering it. If you don't get in within the hour to get your question answered or to get whatever it is, then you come back to the next show. Maybe you donate if you want to guarantee that, but don't use my business line for that. Please don't do that. I won't even respond anymore. I'm not even going to respond anymore to that. Thank you for understanding. And again, before anybody has a certain opinion about that, how much of your time do you give away for free? How much of your time do you, how much of your work, your actual work that you get paid for, do you give away? Okay, so don't come at me for that because I know someone's going to be in my email telling me something about it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Okay, we are good. This show goes live on WSCS on Rude Rangers TV, all of their affiliate stations, podcasts, streaming stations. Um, don't get scammed. I do have private sessions available. So if you do not get your question in and you would like a private session, you can go to my website and book a private session. Every Tuesday, I go live at noon with my channeled book, What If? A Transformational Guide. Next Tuesday's question I happen to love. What if love is the answer? We will be doing a lot of clearings and healings and even a meditation, possibly. We did a meditation yesterday. I think we did, like a kind of a guided meditation for manifesting on yesterday's show. You can go back and watch that. And then we will be doing a lot of that with next week's question, what if love is the answer? We're going to be, hopefully, I'll remember, we're going to be taking down the walls that are blocking you from love, baby love, love, baby love. And if you are not comfortable doing the meditation right then and there, you can do it at a different time. And some of these walls were built when we were children, right? They were built when we were little kids. I am having a fly away hair day. Like you can, like I have pieces like stick it up every place. I'm cracking up about it. Okay. Anyway, that's next week's Tuesday's question. What if love is the answer? What does that mean for you? What does that do for you? Please join us in the conversation. Everybody talks, everybody joins in. It is a group journey that we are taking to transform ourselves. All righty. I have a lot of songs written down today, and my voice is not in song mode. So I'm going to do songs first. This could be a song your loved one loved, you love, a song that's answering a question. The next time you hear it, the next time you hear the song, it lets you know your loved one is with you. It's a confirmation from a loved one to you. Here we go. I'm going to try. The first song is Let It Be, something words of wisdom. And, as soon as I say let it be and try to sing the tune of that song, if it's for you, you're going to know. And you'll probably have a flash of whomever the person is that is sending you that song. Is it with all of these? And this song is, and if I get some of the words wrong, it's okay. If you know the correct words, that's amazing. That means the song is for you. But I'm trying to do the best I can with what I'm getting. But I think the words are move on down the road about a half a mile or so. And that's all I'm getting from that song. The next song is by Elvis Presley, and one of my sisters could sing the poop out of this song. I think the words are on a cold and dark Chicago night. Something, another little baby boy is born in the ghetto, in the ghetto. Okay, that's the next song. And again, I think, like, if you know, you know. And like, whenever that song comes on, my sister pops in my head so strong because she had that voice. She's still here. She's not on the other side, but like, that's an example. When if that song ever comes, she's going to be the first person I think of. But she's still here. The next song. Some of these songs I would not listen to personally. Like I would maybe. Okay. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. So I want to make a joke. I want to be really sarcastic about that. And I'm gonna show restraint. I'm not gonna say my funny joke about that. I'm showing so much restraint this morning. The next song is that song. I think this was, yeah, this was on the very last song, the last show too, Monday show. Why can't we be friends? Uh, then the next song is "You Make Me Feel Like Dancing." Woo, dance the night away. Woo. Okay. The next song is I'm not even going to try to go for the tone or the beat or the anything of this, but all by myself. I don't want to be all by myself. The next song I happen to love, I do. I'll admit it. If you love it, please put it in the chat that you love it. I wish I could sing this song appropriately. Regulators, mount up. It was a cool dark night. that song is like that song comes on and like for those of us who know, those of us who love that song, for those of us from that song, like we it's someplace in our upbringing that song was as soon as that comes on, we like our whole everything changes. It's like when that song na 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 da na 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 na. We just something inside of us wakes up. It's that fight. The fight that they have knocked out of us just wakes the F up. Oh. Okay, the next song is Make a Wish, Baby, and I will make it come true. I cannot even try to pretend to sing that song. No, I cannot. Okay, any other songs, you guys? Donna Summer, Diana Ross. Oh, they're going old school. And then Barry White. I was gonna say they're showing me that big guy that always wore the white suit, dark skin, Barry White. Any other songs or artists? And then they're saying something iconic, something iconic. Okay. Oh, Warren G. That's who that is. Angel, yes. Angel up above, Warren G. That's who sings Regulators, right? Am I correct on that? Or am I wrong on that? I think it is. I don't know. Anyway, it's like when you go to a sporting event and they start doing the do that it just changes. You get in that mode. I don't know what that mode is, but I don't think somebody new hearing that song, like if you've never heard it before and then you hear it, you're kind of like, what's this? But if you grew up, if in your someplace in your younger years that was a song, man, when that comes on, when you hear that, you're doing that double take. Your shoulders are back. You're like, let's go. We're, it's too early to get to the club yet. I mean, like you're back in that mode. Yes, Regulators, Warren G. Yes. Oh my gosh. What happened to music, you guys? What happened to music? I want that music back. I want that Snoop Dogg, that Tupac, that Warren G. I want that music back. It gave you that power, like now we listen to lollipop songs. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good, but it's not that, right? Am I wrong or am I right? Like, given the choice, right? I completely agree. We all completely agree, Tanya. We all completely agree. Oh, Tanya said it was Warren G2. Thank you guys so much for being there and telling me who the artist was. Okay, I'm going to go into names. Hey, Jay Francis. I'm going to go into names. Oh, the stuffiness in my ears just dropped off. It just like went away. I'm so happy. I've been doing this Mary Ruth focus and adrenals. And when I wake up in the morning, there's so much like static in my ears, and then I'll like suck some of that down. I squirt it in my mouth and swallow it. Whatever. And then, like 20 minutes to an hour later, all the static is out of my ears. It's so nice. Um, so, yes. Okay. Okay. Names. This could be your name, a family member's name, a loved one in heaven's name, a person, place, or thing, even a pet. I'm going to do as many names as I can, and then I'm going to go into questions. Please make your question an exact question about life, love, career, finances. No timeline questions. I do timeline questions. I just do them in private sessions because those take a little bit longer. There's a lot more that goes into a timeline question. And no, like, what do they want me to know questions. None of that. Those are private sessions, which I'm very happy to do. And thank you everybody for your private sessions. For the show, we do exact questions. Just what do you really need to know right now? Put that in a question and they will give you your answer. The first name is Tyrone Alexander. Now, those are the two names I was getting this morning. Why do I feel like Tyrone brought regulators through? The name Tyrone just seems like somebody who would listen to Snoop Dogg, Tupac, and I am not profiling because I too listen to that. I too listen to that. I would rather have that blaring on like 100 decibels out of my car than T Swift. And I kind of like T Swift. But given the choice, I'm going to go Tupac, Snoop Dogg, regulators every day. Why do they not have a station for that? Why do they not have like a thug hip hop station for us? I don't think it would be appropriate to call it thug. Is it thug? But is it thug? We don't have to be thugs. But the music can be totally thugalicious, right? It can be thugalicious music, right? I would listen to that all day. So much better than but Jay Francis, do you have to pay for Spotify? Because listen, I grew up in an era where TV and music was free. I don't understand paying for that now. Oh, Spotify is free. Okay, I'm gonna try that then. I'm gonna try it then. Thank you, Jay Francis. I'm gonna be thugged out in my Prius. How about that? Nobody sees that coming. Little regulators vibrating the whole Prius. And I didn't get a Prius because I'm one of those people. I got a Prius because I'm very frugal with my money and I don't like spending it on gas. There's nothing else about the Prius that I'm like, oh my God, I had to get me a Prius. It's like I get 500 miles to the gallon. That's my car. And I still get 500 miles on 10 gallons. I don't care what anybody says about a Prius. I don't. Yes. Okay. Okay. Names. Um, Marianne, Angela, J- J- Jonda, Jonda. Jonda. Lila and Lilith, both of those came through at the same time. Jerome always comes through on the show. Jerome, hey Jerome. Uh, Bob or Bobby, and then I hear Bobby Sue. So those could be two different people or one person. Roberta, Uh, I don't Mac, any name that starts Mac, like MAC, Mac, and I can't get the second. I can't. There's there may be more to Mac, but I'm not getting the rest of it. Okay, next is any other names, you guys? Lila, Lily, uh, what? Who else? What else? Bring it now because we're about to go into questions. Bring it in. Bring it all in. Heidi, Heidi ho. I'm sorry. No, no, no. Okay, seriously. Bring Robert. Uh, and then that's it. That's all I have. That's all I have. Okay, we're done with that. Okay, you guys really consider joining us next Tuesday. There's going to be so many healings for love, things that have happened that have blocked our love. And I'm going to tell you, just for my perspective, things happen in this life and in this world, and we think because we got through it that we're okay, and we're afraid to go back to that place of authentic love because we feel like we might be taken advantage of again. We feel like we might be um, like if we are open, we might be, if we're not guarded, if we let go of this, that type of person or that thing will happen again. And the truth of the matter is, the more open we are and the walls we take down and the guarding that we get rid of will help us to have discernment against that sort of thing happening again. But even more importantly, all of us have like manifestations that we want to bring in, whether it's a manifestation for financial gain or, okay, financial gain, houses, friends, so on and so forth, career advancement. And where we are love wise can determine what type of environment we're bringing into us. So, for example, if we're very guarded, we might end up, for example, but not a fact, we may end up working with people who are also very guarded or people who act the way an ex or a parent did with us. So we want to heal that and clear it and not be guarded so we can be in frequencies, I'm going to, or energies, or in environments that are much more open and not guarded and allow us as much advancement as possible. Okay, so that's Tuesday at noon. We're going to be discussing that, going through that. You do not have to have the book. We go through one question every single Tuesday. And Rebecca, who is the moderator, thank you so much, Rebecca. Rebecca will be putting the question in and helping out like she does on this show. Okay. The first question comes from Mimi. Mimi says, Happy Wednesday to the Toni Green Show. Thank you, Mimi. Um, during our private session last night, yeah, you guys, thank you so much, everybody, for all of your donations, likes, shares, subscribes, all of your private sessions. Thank you guys so, so much for all of that. During our private session last night, I forgot to ask you, does the cast iron plumbing drain line need to be replaced? Thank you for your psychic skills. No, I don't feel like it's the it's not the main thing that's cast iron. I think if there's something wrong with that, there will be a fix. It doesn't have to be completely replaced. If there's something like a little rusting or something, there will be a quick fix for that. It's the line that goes from the main thing on the way to that one bathroom. It's it's kind of in between them, but near the main line. It's closer to the main line than the bathroom. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Pat says, "Hello, I can't post a question on my phone." I know sometimes that happens. Like if you're listening on your phone and you want to put a question in the chat for some reason that that doesn't come up. Okay. Um I will post and then have to listen on my phone. Will I get a new used reliable car before this one no longer works? Thank you and bless you. You are welcome, Pat. Yes, but I feel like you have to go outside of your area. I feel like the best, you might not find the best vehicle for you in your area. I see two different things, Pat. I see that you might, like there's two possibilities. There might be one from a dealership that comes with some sort of warranty. And then the second thing is there will be one like person to person that is a deal. But you might have to go outside of your area and it will be for as affordable as it can be for you. Okay. That's what I'm getting, Pat. Don't overextend yourself no matter what, is also what I'm getting. Okay, love. I'm going to see if there's any questions on Podbean because I go back and forth between Podbean and the YouTube chat. Hey, Jay Francis, thank you so much for your donation. I did get that. That did come through. Thank you. New music feels like sold their soul music, says Jay Francis. Yeah, it is. And it does. Yeah. Hi, Tina. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Hey, S. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name because it's just a bunch of letters in a row. Okay. Hi, Arjun. Arjun. Hi there, everybody. Thank you for joining on Podbean. I'm going to go to the next question. Elizabeth says, "Ooh, hope your day is going good." It is. Thank you, Elizabeth. I hope yours is also. Tony, did GD like me and does he think of me? Um, as much as he could. Like sometimes we wonder, did somebody like, care, whatever us, but then we have to realize, especially in today's world, and especially not that men don't, because men can, but men tend to be able to more easily not have feelings in a situation, Elizabeth. um, I'm going to say, as much as he let himself, and yeah, he does think about you every once in a while, not like all the time. um, I know I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again. And I hope it took a long time for this to click for me, personally, for me. And I think for women, it can take a little longer for this to click because we have a whole different chemical makeup than men. And I could never imagine, like, it's so hard for me to believe, or it was, that somebody would be with you and be intimate with you and be like allowing you to be in a relationship with them when they were feeling a certain way or had other people, or they were just kind of using you. It was really difficult for me to even think that people could do that, but people can do some pretty vicious things. um, And that has nothing to do with us. Who another person is has nothing to do with who we are. But because we tend to be genuine and authentic, we don't try to use or abuse people. Um, I think this person just knew this is what it was going to be, and that is it. Whether it's a male or a female, so I'm just going to say yes, but sometimes we can't spend our time thinking about that. We just have to cut it and say, okay, the moment we say it's over, it's done. I just can't care about that anymore. Is the moment we get to move on and be in the energy or be around people that are more authentic and better for us. And I know I've said this several times. I've had people in my life that were in my life for quite some time, and we almost feel obligated to keep them in our life because we've just known them so long. We feel sorry for them. And I'll tell you something, the people we feel the most sorry for are the people that will turn around and do us the dirtiest. The people that we give the most grace to and forgive over and over and over again will inevitably be the people that we will have to forgive over and over and over again. So the moment you can really let go of that, the better it is, and just be able to move on from that. Okay, Erin says, "Happy Wednesday. Hope you've had an amazing week so far." I have. Thank you so much. Any message from Grandma Sue, Erin? Yeah. The first thing Grandma Sue wants to say to you is, well, it's kind of I'm getting a couple of different things, but they all start with don't. Like, don't let people push you around. Don't let people take advantage of you. Don't let things slide that shouldn't be sliding. They all start with don't. Okay. And then she is saying, don't allow people to have like power over you, even if they're like a manager or whatever. I don't know why this is coming through, but even if, like, let's just say they're a manager or whatever, don't let them take your power or make you feel a certain sort of way. Just do you, be happy, and don't allow others to be in a space that changes your authenticity. You know what? That is, I did a channeled message this morning on TikTok, and it's very similar to this. Very, very similar to this, sweetie. Very similar to this. Mary says, "Hi, Tony. I was wondering if my angels or spirit guides can tell you anything about where I'm going to physically end up settling, either here in Wisconsin or on the East Coast or somewhere else or elsewhere. Sorry, or elsewhere." Mary, I don't. I feel like you might, like, when you say East Coast, I think New York, Connecticut, that sort of East Coast, Mary. Um, what I am going to say is I feel like you're not going to settle in Wisconsin or that part of the East Coast. I feel like it might be someplace in I don't know why it might not be one of those places. It will be someplace else. Um, it might be someplace in between Wisconsin and the East Coast, is what I'm getting. Uh, Whatever that means for you, love. Whatever that means for you. Okay. Um, if you want a more exact space, put a couple options in the, is it going to be out west? Midwest? It's not Midwest or out west. South. It's going to be south of Wisconsin for sure, south of the East Coast. So I feel like, and again, I need to say this. This is all choices. Once you make up your mind of where you really want to be, everything will fall into place. So once you say, listen, this is where I want to be, that's how it's going to be. I would strongly recommend for the next couple of years, people be very cautious and careful about where they move. Um, and there are two things I'm going to say. And I want to say this in a way that's, I'm not making a judgment and I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent. Everybody has their own views, and God bless you. And if you don't like God, whatever name you use, God bless you for your views. What if you have certain political or whatever beliefs, go to an area that carries that. So, but if you don't agree or like certain political ways, stay away from those areas because your life will be heck if you are in areas with policies and beliefs you don't like. Now, I'm going to give a few examples. California, there are a lot of people that absolutely love California, but people who have loved California and lived there forever, um, they hate what's happening to it. They just, they're so sad for what it's going through. Okay. I'm not saying it's right, wrong. I'm not agreeing. I'm just factually stating what some people are saying. And with certain things, your safety could be part of it. So, for example, I was going to go to San Francisco for a business thing. And I literally called the police department. I'm like, what do I need to know? This is the area I'm going to be in. And when they say to you, are you renting a car? Never leave anything in your vehicle. There's a chance your car is going to be stolen, whether it's your vehicle or a rental vehicle. Don't pull your phone out in public and don't let people see your purse. That is, I'm not going there. Like I'm not going to be there. And the whole don't let your phone be out in public or your purse be shown is because they continually get stolen. And it happens so often that the reports on it just go like, yeah, okay, you're 1 in 100 in the last hour. I'm not going there. And for sure, I'm not living there. I don't care how great of a place it used to be. I'm not doing that. So some of the things going on in certain areas of the East Coast, um, if these things happen, I wouldn't want to be in those areas either because it's not going to be safe, especially for women. So whatever you believe, it whether it's politically or your amendments or whatever it is, find that area and settle into there. Okay, that's going to be your best bet. Um, find a place that has the same, an area that has your same core values, and everybody around you is living that way. That's what I would say for you, Mary. However, if you want to put a couple places in the chat and I can get to them today, I can tell you if they test strongly for you or not. Hey, Tanya. Melissa, you did a reading for me. You told me that Ronnie, my teddy bear, did something from me. Hid. Okay. Let me read this again. You did a reading for me. You told me that Ronnie, my teddy bear, hid something from me. What was it? And does he know that his brother burned his trailer down? Okay. I don't know that I'm going to be able to tell you what he hid from you. I'm going to tell you guys something. Sometimes I can get things that people are hiding, but if they're hiding them well enough, their guides are not going to tell me that. It won't come through. because everybody has guides and angels that are protecting them. And even though you have guides and angels, it doesn't mean they're going to get that information for you. Some things it's just better off not knowing. Some things are just, I'll tell you, there's a lot of things I wish I didn't know. I I would be a more peaceful person if I didn't know certain things. The song Regulators Mount Up would not have the same meaning to me. It would not have the same passion. I would not feel like, yep, I know who I want to mount up on. I do. I do. Um, what did he? I don't know that I'm going to get that. And that's a couple of questions. And I do one question. Does he know his brother burned down his trailer? That's the question. He doesn't care. It's not going to be something in 5 years he's going to be like reminiscing about. Um, he's not concerned about that any longer. Men can let things go so much better than in that way. And I think if he did know, he would not want to know, because when we find out somebody in the family did something tragic to us, we we have to make decisions we don't always want to make. And those decisions, especially with family things, um, mean either we let the whole family go because we know the family's going to side on that side, or they're not going to get involved, or they're not going to take sides. So it's just better not to know. Melissa, is Ronnie here? Is he still here, or is he on the other side? Okay. And if you, Melissa, if you want more detailed information about all of these questions, you can book a private session, and that would probably be the best thing because I can really get into that energy and get that. Hey, Jay Francis. You are so welcome. Mary says, thank you for offering your precious time every Monday and Wednesday. It really is a gift. Thank you so much to all of us. Thank you. I'll hope to book a private session with you in the near future. You know what? Thank you, Mary, so much for saying that. And I do this because I know sometimes we just need one answer or connect with one loved one. We just need that little confirmation. And not everybody can always get a reading, right? Not everybody can always be in that space where they are. Sorry, Jay Francis, I just missed you. Um, being in that space of that. So thank you for acknowledging that. And yeah, I love coming on here and doing this for everybody. Um, Angel up above. Jay Francis, if you could just mute yourself for a second while I answer Angel up above. Hi, Tony. Could I ask for a message from my guides for this week? No. You could in a private session, 100%, absolutely. But for the show, one exact question, and not for a whole week. That's a private session thing. Um, so please have an exact question for me. Thank you so much, Angel up above. And if you put, I'll scroll down, Angel up above. And if you put an exact question about something you really want to know, I will answer that for you. Okay, love? Um, Jay Francis, hey, how are you?
Oh, hi. How are you,
Hi,
Tony? I know I
I'm
called
good.
in before, but
That's okay. I love when people call in.
I there was this guy I met in Las Vegas about maybe 7 years ago. I call him Vegas Dave, and he ended up telling me a whole bunch of lies that I found out about him. But lately, I've noticed that he's been creeping my
Oh.
socials. Can you tell me what's going on with this guy?
Yeah, thank you so much for this question. We all have a Vegas guy, don't we? Somebody we went to Vegas with, somebody we met in Vegas. Um, I think people, so there's a couple different things I could say here. This is a 9 year, things are closing out. Um, and sometimes people like that, right? Um, they do tend to creep back around. They pop up just to see if you're still going to entertain the foolishness, the shenanigans. Sometimes people think if enough time has passed, they can creep back in and you will have forgotten about all the foolishness or shenanigans, if you will, the lies or whatever else it is. And they can creep back in and just be in the mix of it again. And you'll just like start over. Or more likely, whatever was going on with him is at a either stopped or is at a negative point and reaching out to get validation from someone else. So that's what I say about him. I think he's really just fishing. He's like putting out little feelers to see if you will react or respond like, hey, how have you been? It's been a long time. I say, act like you don't even know him. That's going to be the best thing for you personally. And I know sometimes women, we think we need to be nice to people. We don't. We don't. We don't. If somebody is not nice to us, if somebody lies to us, if somebody cheats on us, we don't have to be nice to that person. We can completely ignore that person and not feel badly about it. We can, and they would us. Let me tell you, if half the people out here doing the dirt they're doing, if we did to them what they did to us, they wouldn't even they would never talk to us again. So don't feel badly about it. Just act like this person never came into your life. You don't know who they are, and you don't want to know who they are. That's the best advice for you regarding this situation. Okay, Jay
Thank you,
Francis,
Toni.
you are so welcome. You are so welcome. And excuse me, I'm just gonna go like one step further, and I'm gonna say whether it's a friend, an ex partner, an ex friend, family, whatever it is, if they are out of your life because of something they did to you, right? Some kind of shenanigans, or maybe there was just a falling out. When they come back, 9 times out of 10, it will not be better, it will be worse. Um, because they haven't changed, but now you see them more clearly. Okay. Now you see them very, very clear. So I want to tell this story, but I know this person listens, and if I tell the story, I'm going to have to deal with them again, and I don't want to. Like, like stop.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
So okay, and for what it's worth, whatever. This is a person I knew for a very, very long time, and it's such a BS story, such a convoluted story, but I it's okay. So I was dating someone and I was very into this person, and there's so much to this story, and I'm going to try to make it so short as possible. This person I was dating said they went into the other person's establishment, and the friend that was my friend said no, never was in there, never was in there, never was in there. Anyway, she and I stopped talking. We mosey on down the road, and she feels the need to leave me a voicemail telling me that, yeah, he did come in there and they did talk and been talking and a bunch of other shite with it. But then the next voicemail is, I just said that to hurt you. What do you believe? Everybody sound off. What do we believe in this situation, if anything? What do we believe? Like, was it necessary for you to try to hurt someone, to leave a message to try to hurt someone? Was that necessary? In your world, yeah, because that's who you are and what you do. That's how you operate. In my world, maybe not so much. I mean, she would probably say what I'm doing right now is hurting her. Stop listening to my show. I won't hurt you. Anyway, but yeah, not loving for sure. Not a good person doesn't do bad things and then justify them. Especially if it's true they were talking, that's I don't care anymore. All that situation is done, dead, gone. But if they were talking, shame on you for that, for betraying a friend like that. If you weren't talking, that is crazy and wild that you would use that just to try to hurt someone, just to intentionally leave a message to try to hurt. A good person would never do that. Yeah, Betty Boop, go ahead, call in. But you know what? In my world now, I could care less because you mean nothing in my world. Okay, Betty Boop, what's up? Waiting for Betty Boop if she's on. You are welcome, Jay Francis. Betty Boop. Hey, Betty Boop, what's up? Hi.
Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. What's going on?
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say this and then see what you say. Where is the hotel located? That's my question.
That might be a little bit vague. What do you mean by that?
So my bucket list is to purchase a hotel and own and operate it, but I don't know where it's at.
You
I
know
it's
what?
there, but I don't know where.
The first thing I hear, and I don't know if you're going to like this or not, or if it feels right to you, but the first thing I hear is Nevada.
Okay, that feels right.
Okay, and I feel like it's in like the feeling I get from it is it's not in Vegas. It's right outside. Like it's in like you know how they have like the old western part of Vegas or Nevada, like it's like an old western, like it's not a built up city. It's not a built up city type of thing.
Okay.
Yes, if that makes
it's not on the strip.
Right. No. It's not on the strip at all. As a matter of fact, it's a little bit out. People would have to drive, but it's an experience, if that makes sense.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you, Toni. I love you, Toni. I love your advice.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. All day. All day I could listen to you.
I love you too, sweetie. I love you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate your call. Thank you, Jay Francis, for calling in. I really appreciate when people call in, they take the time. If anybody wants to call in, you can do that via Podbean. And Rebecca is so amazing that she puts that in the chat for everybody how to get to Podbean and what to do. She's so amazing. Thank you, Rebecca, for that. And Betty Boop, thank you so much for the call. I really appreciate it. Yes. Thank you. Okay, I am going to see. I think we're at just about at that point. I want to do a few clearings for you guys. If somebody has a specific clearing or healing they would like, put it in the chat now, whether it's on Podbean or on YouTube, and we're going to do some healing today. I think it's time for a healing. And the first one I'm going to do is fear. Go away, fear. Yeah, Rebecca, fear. So we're going to heal, clear, release any and all fear. And then, and I feel that in my throat. Can you guys feel that? If you feel it, let me know. If not, it's okay. If you don't feel this, it doesn't mean it's not working. It just means you're not feeling it. So we're also going to go to the roots. And I want you to imagine old dried up trees like that with no leaves. If you're imagining this healing or closing your eyes, we're going to pull out all the old roots to this, all that caused this, all that kept it, everything that goes with it. We're just going to pull it out, pulling it all out and releasing it. And then any programs that this has caused, and then any beliefs these fears have caused, and whatever incidences that happened, which are partially the roots, but can be a little bit different. Any incidences, we're going to heal the incident, everybody involved, and pull the incident out too. And then I'm going to ask that new perspective be given to you about this. We're going to pour in new perspective, like so you can see it from a different way, see it from a new perspective in a whole new way. So, uh, and then we're going to also pull out anything stopping or blocking you from moving on from this fear, anything stopping, blocking, interfering with you being filled with faith over fear. And you don't have to worry when we remove this. There are if there's a cause to feel fear, you will feel it. Right? Okay, so if something happens where you're supposed to feel fear because something's going to go down, you'll feel that fear. But we don't need to carry around fear that no longer serves us. So give this a moment to pull, release, to clear, to have all of it out. Whew, there we go. Okay, you can come back and listen to that over and over again because many of us have a tremendous amount of fear or anxiety from different things. And this will keep pulling it. Like we might get one layer or from one thing during this this part of it, but then the next part, the next time you listen, it might go even further down and then get the next fear or get the next fear. So please come back and listen to this and use this as often as you can. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for joining me and being on this journey with me. I love each and every one of you so very, very much. I really do. And I want you to go make miracles in your life and live a fearless life and just explore all the opportunities that are for you. Until next Monday, I'll be back Monday at noon. Until next Monday, have an absolutely amazing rest of the day.